There's a saying that goes, if you want something, go for it and never give up. While that idea is popular and easy to get, it can also put a lot of pressure on us. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers a different perspective. Not everything in life needs to be forced or controlled. Think about those times you tried to control everything to get the result you wanted. Maybe you put your heart and soul into a job or a relationship, only to end up disappointed. The more you push yourself, the messier things get. These failures drain you not just physically, but also make you feel insecure and disappointed. It doesn't mean you're not good enough or that you don't deserve it. Sometimes, it's just because we're trying to make life fit our plans, forgetting that life is more like a river that flows on its own. Living without forcing things is tough, especially in a world that keeps throwing expectations about success and happiness at us. But by applying that, when you dive into the principles of Stoicism, you'll find that life feels a lot easier and more fulfilling when you stop trying to control everything. I'm here to share 10 ways to help you get there, so you can live a more meaningful and peaceful life. These tips will not only help you cut down on stress and anxiety, but also let you enjoy and appreciate every moment. Before we jump into the video, I've got a little challenge for you. Make sure to watch till the end and don't skip anything, then put what you learn into practice. Take a week to really think about your life, then come back here and tell us how things have changed for you. If you enjoyed our video, please like, subscribe and comment so YouTube knows this kind of content is helpful for people like you and we can keep making more videos like this. If you're not sure what to say, just write silence is power, so I know you're up for the challenge and ready to dive into the deep wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Get ready, because your journey of self-discovery starts now. First up, live life to the fullest. In Stoic philosophy, there's a big idea about living fully in the present, which is key to finding peace and happiness. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Don't act like you're going to live for 10,000 years. Death is always hanging over you. While you can, be good." This quote hits home that time is limited and valuable, and the only moment we really have is now. Living in the present means giving your full attention to what's happening right now. Taking the time to really soak in each moment not only helps ease stress and anxiety about what's ahead, but it also lets you appreciate the little joys in everyday life. Picture yourself chilling under an old tree, listening to the birds chirp and feeling a soft breeze on your skin. You can fully dive into that moment without stressing over things you haven't done or future plans. Have you ever been sitting next to someone you care about, only to realize you were off in your own head, missing out on that special time together? Think about that for a second. You've probably missed out on a lot of simple joys because your mind was elsewhere. When we really focus on the present, we not only make our lives better, but also spread peace and joy to those around us. To fully enjoy the moment, ask yourself what's happening right now and how you can savor it. These questions will help you stay grounded, minimize distractions, and feel more connected to the world. Make it a daily habit, whether you're eating, working, or just breathing. Focusing on the little things can help you really value every moment. Start by taking a few minutes each day to meditate, clear your mind, and reconnect with yourself. Let go of your worries and pressures and just enjoy the present. Second, get that life is always changing. It's the one thing you can count on. As the philosopher Heraclitus said, you can't step in the same river twice because the river is always flowing, and so are you. We often wish for things to stay the same in our daily lives. But can we really hold back the changes that come with time? Change isn't just a philosophical idea. It's a part of life we can't escape. Think about those times you tried to cling to a happy feeling or push away a sad one. You probably noticed that all emotions, whether good or bad, eventually fade. Realizing this helps us enjoy the present and not get overwhelmed by worry. Disappointment is a perfect example of how nothing lasts forever, just like the changing seasons. Spring brings everything to life. Summer is all about energy and fun. Autumn has that cozy, romantic vibe, and winter might be chilly, but it gets us ready for spring again. Our lives go through cycles too. Everything changes, and that change keeps things balanced and interesting. When we get that nothing stays the same, we learn to be more patient and tough when things get tough. Instead of stressing out or freaking out, let's remember that this is just a part of the journey and it will pass. This way, we can focus on what we can control and do our best. The idea of impermanence teaches us to be grateful. When we realize that everything can change, we start to appreciate what we have on a deeper level, even the little things in our daily lives. So ask yourself, what can I be grateful for today? The big question for us is, how can we live in harmony with this impermanence? One approach that Stoic philosophy suggests is the practice of acceptance comes when we realize that everything happens for a reason and that we can't control everything. When we get that, we'll feel a lot more relieved and at peace. Now, let's dive into the next lesson to dig deeper into this. Number 3. The power of acceptance. Acceptance isn't just about giving up or throwing in the towel. It's about having the inner strength to handle every situation with calmness and clarity. Epicurus, a well-known Stoic philosopher, once said, "We can't choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond." How we deal with tough situations really shows the power of acceptance. Think back to a time when you faced something hard. Maybe you lost a job, went through a breakup, or dealt with a serious illness. Usually, our first instinct is to resist, deny, and try to change what's happening. But have you ever thought about what might happen if you just stopped fighting it and started accepting it? Acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about getting a grip on what's really going on and figuring out a smarter way to handle it. Accepting doesn't mean you're throwing in the towel, dreams, or giving up. Actually, it helps us see what really matters and get our goals back on track. Like when a job opportunity doesn't pan out the way we thought, instead of getting bummed out, we should accept it as part of the journey and keep looking for other chances. Accepting things makes us more adaptable and tough when life throws us curveballs. It brings us inner peace by getting rid of all that negative stuff like anger, anxiety, or fear. Have you ever thought about what would happen what if you just accepted things as they are without trying to change or control them? Would you feel more at ease and peaceful inside? Acceptance doesn't make us weak. It actually gives us the strength to tackle challenges with calmness and confidence. It's not just sitting back. It's a choice to live more fully and peacefully. It's about going with the flow of life and dealing with difficulties without getting caught up in stress and frustration. Push yourself and you'll see. Check out how accepting things can really change your life. Number 4, learn to let go. Letting go is one of the main ideas in Stoic philosophy, which helps us find peace and happiness in life. Letting go doesn't mean you have to give up on everything or just sit back and do nothing. It's about realizing and accepting that some things are just out of our hands. Picture this. You're holding a hot stone really tight. You know if you keep holding it, you're going to get burned, but if you let it go, you'll feel a lot lighter. Living comfortably is kind of the same. We all have our struggles and challenges that we need to learn to let go of to find peace. Have you ever thought about why you cling to sadness, anger, and disappointment? These negative feelings not only drag you down, but also stop you from enjoying a happy and fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius once said that your happiness depends on how good your thoughts are. When we let go of stuff that weighs us down, our minds feel lighter and freer. This doesn't mean you have to give up on everything. It's more about choosing what to hold on to. Holding on to what really matters is important, but letting go can be a great way to refresh our spirits, kind of like cleaning up a messy room. When we get rid of stuff that doesn't help us anymore, it makes everything feel lighter and brighter. Letting go can apply to so many parts of life. You might need to ditch toxic relationships, stop stressing about unrealistic expectations, or stop worrying about what's coming next. Let go of past mistakes and learn to forgive yourself. Think about what's stopping you from living a happy and fulfilling life. What can you let go of to make space for better things? Letting go can be a tough journey, but it's the key to finding real freedom and peace. Remember, letting go doesn't mean you're giving up. It's about accepting and valuing what you have. Do you see it that way? If you do, hit that like button. If not, drop your thoughts in the comments so we can chat about it. Now, let's get into lesson number 5. Number 5 is all about practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness isn't just about paying attention to what's going on around you. It's also about being really aware of yourself and your feelings. Being aware of your feelings and thoughts without judging them helps you live in the moment, reduces stress and anxiety, and brings peace and satisfaction to your life. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events." Realize this and you'll find strength. This highlights that mindfulness is all about managing your mind, which is way more important than trying to control things outside of your control. Think about a stressful day at work. You get home with your mind racing. Instead of letting your thoughts about work, family, and personal responsibilities take over, take a few minutes to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and practice mindfulness. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to feel more at peace? Practicing mindfulness not only helps relieve stress, but also brings clarity and focus, letting you see things more clearly and calmly. It helps you avoid getting overwhelmed by negative emotions and outside distractions. When you face tough situations, ask yourself, can I control this? If you don't learn to accept things and let them go, like Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you that counts, but how you respond to it. Mindfulness is tough to practice and takes patience, but the benefits are huge. Start with simple stuff like deep breathing. Really focus on each breath and feel the air coming in and out of your body. While you're doing this, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What am I thinking and why? These questions help you get more in tune with yourself and what's going on around you, which is really freeing. Don't stress about what happened in the past or what might happen in the future. We've made it halfway through our journey today, and I really appreciate you being here. Your presence shows you're ready to live more wisely and create a happy, fulfilling life. If you find this valuable, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and loved ones. It really motivates me. Now, let's keep going. Number 6. Use silence wisely. In today's noisy, busy world, silence is powerful. Silence is often taken for granted, but to a Stoic philosopher, it's more than just not talking. It's about mastering your mind and emotions. When we embrace silence, we not only notice the noises around us, but also tune into our inner voice. That's when we really get to know ourselves and the world around us. Silence helps us see things more clearly and wisely. Maybe you've had times when silence helped you figure out tough problems or brought you calm during stressful moments. Hey, do you remember the last time you actually just sat in silence and really listened to your heart? A great example of how powerful silence can be is during conflicts. Instead of snapping back with anger or saying something thoughtless, taking a moment of silence lets us take a step back, think things through, and respond in a smart way. As Epictetus said, we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason to listen twice as much as we talk. By listening more, we open up space for understanding and real connections. So, when was the last time you did that? When was the last time you actually took a moment to be silent and really listen? What did you find in that silence? You might come to see that being quiet isn't just about not talking. It's about digging deeper into your soul and finding peace and wisdom in every moment. Silence, in a way, is the strongest voice of self-control and understanding. We're curious. Have you taken some time recently to embrace silence and tune into your inner voice? What new insights have you gained? Share your stories and deep realizations with us. Comment number 7. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the real value of life isn't just in what we achieve or the end results, but in the journey we go through to get there. Think about climbing a mountain. The peak is the goal, but it's the steps you take along the way that really count. During this journey, you make new friends, learn from the tough times, and take in the beauty of nature around you. If you only focus on reaching the top, you'll miss out on everything else. Can you really find happiness without hitting the high points, but instead by savoring every moment of the journey? We often get so caught up in chasing results that we forget it's the process that helps us learn and grow. Every experience, challenge, and even failure teaches us something valuable. When we focus too much on the end goal, we just end up stressing ourselves out and feeling let down when things don't go our way. But if we can learn to appreciate each step along the way, life feels a lot easier and more enjoyable. So, how can you make this idea work in your everyday life? Ask yourself if you can find joy and meaning in the little things you do each day. Can you learn to appreciate the process instead of just stressing over the end result? When we change how we see things and start enjoying the journey, we find that life gets a lot fuller and more meaningful. Enjoying the journey doesn't mean we don't have goals or don't care about what we achieve. It just means we pay attention to the day-to-day steps and how we go about living and working. Remember, life is just a bunch of moments strung together, and every single one is worth appreciating and enjoying. That's the basis for our next lesson. It's all about the value of simplicity. So, let's dive into lesson number 8. Find joy in the little things. Have you ever noticed how kids can get so much happiness from the simplest stuff? A falling leaf, a soft breeze, or a warm hug from mum or dad can light up their faces with huge smiles. Kids, with their carefree hearts, remind us how to do that. A valuable lesson about enjoying the present and the little things. People often get swept up in the chaos of their grind and goals, chasing after luxury, money, and power, thinking that will make them happy. But according to Stoic philosophy, real joy comes from life's simple pleasures. Those little things can bring us true happiness and peace of mind. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the now and be grateful for what we have. Marcus Aurelius once said something very meaningful about this. You don't need much to live a happy life. It's all about how you think. When we stop chasing after far-off goals and start enjoying the little moments, we'll see that joy is right there for us. Stoic philosophy teaches us that finding happiness in simple things not only makes us happy, but also helps us connect better with others. When we appreciate what we have, we feel less jealous and competitive, and we get along better with those around us. Take a little time each day to stop, take a deep breath, and look for the small but important things around you. A good meal, a great book, or just some quiet time with family and friends. Remember, the wealthiest person isn't the one with the most stuff, but the one who needs the least. By realizing this, you also learn to be grateful. Now, let's move on to the next lesson. Number 9, the art of gratitude. It's not just about saying thank you when someone helps you. It's a mindset, a way of living. It asks us to take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to appreciate the little things we usually overlook. Those small joys can really bring us happiness if we learn to value them. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said that when you wake up in the morning, think about how lucky you are to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, and to love. This is a great reminder that happiness isn't just about big achievements. It's about recognizing and being thankful for the simple things in life. So, when you're feeling stressed or worn out, stop and ask yourself, what am I doing? Feeling thankful for today? This simple question can really change how you see things and help you find happiness in the everyday stuff. A great example of the power of gratitude is the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychologist and philosopher who made it through the Auschwitz concentration camp against all odds. Even in the toughest situations, Frankl found things to be grateful for, like the smallest acts of kindness from fellow prisoners. His gratitude helped him keep his faith and spirit up while facing some of life's hardest challenges. Now, think about your own life. What can you be grateful for? Think about what you're grateful for right now. Maybe it's a good friend, a job you enjoy, or just having good health. When you focus on gratitude, you start finding joy in the little things and create a stronger, calmer spirit. Gratitude isn't far away or hard to get. It's right there if you take a moment to reflect and appreciate the good stuff around you. Like the Stoic philosophers say, let gratitude guide you to a peaceful and happy life. So, number 10, appreciate. Being alone often gets a bad rap. A lot of people see it as a negative thing and do whatever they can to avoid it. But for a Stoic philosopher, being alone isn't something to fear. It's actually a good friend. It's a chance to really get to know yourself. When you're in solitude, you're not bothered by all the chaos around you, and you don't have to worry about what others think or expect from you. Instead, you can tune into your own thoughts and feelings. So, next time you find yourself alone, take a moment to really ask yourself what's on your mind. How do you feel? Do you feel empty or insecure? Or do you find peace and clarity within yourself? Being alone gives us a chance to reflect and understand who we are. It helps us look at our lives, reassess our values and goals, and figure out what really matters to us. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." When we're alone, we get the space to think, improve our thoughts, and ultimately improve our lives. When we appreciate solitude, we really start to see its value. Don't think of solitude as a punishment. See it as a valuable gift that helps us grow and mature. Take time for yourself. Find quiet moments in your hectic life and listen to your inner voice. Try spending an afternoon walking alone, meditating, or just enjoying a favorite book. You'll realize that in solitude, you can uncover endless inspiration and genuine peace. Solitude isn't the enemy. It's a teacher and a friend that helps us discover who we are. Being thankful for solitude is being thankful for life itself and the chances to learn and grow. Let Stoic philosophy show you the way to a full and meaningful life as you search for happiness. A lot of people mix up effort with force and forget that sometimes letting go is what really brings freedom and peace. Stoicism teaches us that not forcing things to go our way doesn't mean we're giving up on our dreams or goals. It's about learning to live in harmony with nature, ourselves, and life. Take a moment to reflect on your life and understand that not everything has to be a struggle. Take your time to enjoy every moment. Accept that some things are just out of your control. When you stop trying to force things and start going with the flow, everything will start to make more sense and feel easier. Joy and happiness aren't places you arrive at. They're in every step you take as you accept and really understand life's core. Thanks for being part of this journey. Your presence shows you're ready to embrace Stoicism. If you find this helpful, don't hesitate to share. Don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos this week. Let the philosophy of Stoicism help you live a full, meaningful, and peaceful life. Then come back and share your story with us. I'm always here to listen. Don't force anything. Let things happen naturally and find joy in each moment. See you in the next videos.